Hey there everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope hump day was good for all of you and we're on the downslide to the weekend now. Not sure what I'm going to get into this weekend. Haven't seen what the weather is supposed to be. Don't know what's going on, but we got 7 days in a week. I don't really put a whole lot of importance on any one particular day or other. They're all good as long as I'm breathing. Anyhow, today I want to talk about the raw food diet and calories. Stop the fairy tales. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go down there and hit that big red subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. This will not be a popular topic for all the woo-woo people out there, for all the people that kind of get off on a lot of this raw vegan, raw food diet nonsense that I hear out there. Fairy tales. And that's why I have to gravitate more towards like just general plant-based information, because look, don't judge this book by your cover. By its cover. Like, I'm not some tinfoil hat wearing dude that like resonates with all this flowery stuff, and I really hate it in the raw thing when, you know, you're trying to have a conversation on something and it just gets real flowery and all these words come in and certain words come in and my eyes just start rolling. I'm like, oh Jesus, here we go. We got one of the wide-eyed people out there. It's pretty simple. Stop spreading those fairy tales. Calories count. Calories count. And if you don't listen, I'm probably not for you. If you don't believe that, it's all good. I'm not trying to convert anybody. I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not going to argue with any of this kind of. Sometimes it's almost like if a child came up and slapped you, you can't really fight the child, and I'm just talking verbally with another person, but sometimes somebody comes at me with something so freaking stupid, I'm like, I'm not even going to respond to that. That's crazy. I see this a lot on Instagram, and it's like one of my words is assimilation. I talk about how much I have to keep my weight, how much I have to eat to keep my weight up. And I have to put on the waiters because I get into more bullshit than you can imagine when I come into that subject. Oh, but you're not assimilating your food. If you did this holy ritual, that holy ritual prepared your stomach, did this, did that, blah, 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 blah. No, calories count. Calories in, calories out. Because I've been very observant with my body, and I know, okay, yes, I don't count calories, as I've told you guys many, many, many times before, but you kind of pick it up in your head. After doing it this amount of time, you kind of get a rough guesstimation of how many calories you're taking in or how much volume of food you need to like maintain your weight, your energy level, and just kind of keep the machine going. And then you just adjust up or down a little bit on that as far as like gaining or losing weight goes. And it bears out. You know, it's not like I can eat gazillion calories. It's just that the food is a lot less calorically dense than what we used to be used to. And I eat fairly clean. Even when I'm eating cooked food, I'm eating like a lot, like when I eat cooked food, I eat mono meals a lot of times, straight up sweet potatoes. Not a whole lot of calories, you know, not a whole lot. I probably, when I eat a sweet potato meal, no more calories than actually probably not near as many calories as some of my raw meals. But yet they try to trigger that in there too. Well, it's because of the cooked food or this or that. No, it's not. Let me say that again. Calories in, calories out. And maybe maybe you've got something wrong with you. If you're eating next to nothing every day, then maybe don't be telling me about I'm eating too much. Maybe you need to look to how much you're eating. Once again, just my opinion on this. Listen, I look to people that I want to emulate, that I like. Okay, I like what he's getting out of this lifestyle. That's why I always bring up Chris Kendall. Chris Kendall, I've watched his stuff. I've read his stuff for years. I met him twice at Woodstock. No, I met him once at Woodstock. He wasn't there this year. And I sat through a very comprehensive class he did there one day, or a talk he did there one day, and was really impressed with his knowledge of this game, of how to do this. And I was really impressed that it was solid, it was science, and it wasn't all this woo. And if you're actually around Chris, a lot of these people, like, let's be real honest, A lot of people kind of do work their angles and this and that. But a lot of these raw vegans are just skinny, just ridiculous skinny. I can be a little too skinny myself. Chris Kendall, boom. He's not skinny. He's not skinny. He's not fat. I mean, he actually looks like he goes to the gym, but that's somebody, and he eats food. I forgot exactly, he doesn't eat, I don't eat the same way. I don't agree with him on everything. I don't agree with anybody on everything, on any subject, but he eats food. He eats a large amount of food per day, and he maintains his weight. I maintain my weight most of the time if I'm eating enough food. But when you're eating very clean and it's mostly the fruit, and I don't gobble down a lot of fat, it just takes a lot of food to keep up like that. Look at animals that don't eat meat out in the wild. Some animals eat all day long. They have to eat constantly all day long just to maintain their weight. But there's no reason with this raw food diet that we just throw, science, that we throw common sense out the window and just start trying to come. And I think that attracts some people. I just kind of I saw that pull early on. I saw that pull of the people that just were never eating. They're always trying to go deeper. Calories don't count. Always the terms and the speech they use were more woo-woo than anything else. It just didn't resonate like it did when I read real people like Caldwell Esselstyn and Dr. Greger and Brenda Davis and people like that. So I've been very kind of observant and sensitive to the language used in this little raw food thing ever since I've been involved with it. I mean, I know I know my size. I'm about 6'2", maybe a little bit less. I'm a senior citizen now. I've started to shrink. I think I'm actually 6'1 3/4. And I'm probably about 162, 163 pounds now. And once again, the real struggle is gaining the weight and not getting, chubby or whatever on this lifestyle. Maintaining the weight, not that hard. Not that hard. And like I say, you can't go back. If I'd have known then what I know now, I would have never lost below like 180 pounds. And I'd be like a solid 55-year-old, 180-pound stud with like some actual muscles. But it's tough. It's tough unless you really dedicate yourself, especially, I don't know, there's probably different factors, my age, whatever. Unless you really dedicate yourself, it's hard to put on a good amount of solid weight on your body. So now, like I say, the last couple of years, I kind of got tired of the Skeletor thing, and I've just started making sure. That's what I have to do more than anything else. It's not a matter, it's tough for me to always be eating the amount of food that I need, but I just have to do it because I've watched and I have tracked mentally, and even without writing it down and putting it in Chronometer. I mean, when you eat bananas every day for almost 7 years, you know how many calories are in bananas. It's roughly 100, but that's a medium banana. It can be more or less. You start figuring, okay, mangoes have this, that orange juice has this, this fruit has this, certain things. So I can't sit and say, okay, I got 2,945 calories today, but I know when I'm within like maybe a 300 calorie range either way. And I just know I've tested it on my body, and it's not going to work. Now, as far as that other thing goes, if that's what you need to do, and it's not going to hurt you, it's not going to hurt you. Some folks are just hell-bent and they hold on to it. You got to do that food vacation. You got to do that juice feast to prepare your body for the holy assimilation of the nutrients. And all of a sudden, once you do that, now your body's prepared. Once you do that, your body will assimilate. You can eat 3 grapes a day. You can eat 4 bananas. You don't even have to worry about calories. You can maybe breathe it in. Look at the grass. You see what I'm getting at? I sound like a Mad Hatter, and I've seen a couple of people use my face in thumbnails before, and they actually I kind of saw it promoted at me like the mad scientist or the crazy one. And regardless of this, I think I'm one of the most sane ones in there because I don't do the woo-woo stuff. I'm not trying to tell you some sort of convoluted weird story. I'm just trying to pass on, because I don't memorize all these facts, good solid resources, good solid knowledge, good solid recipes on this lifestyle. Plain and simple. I don't know. You'll have to go to some of the other people for the magic. I think it's that Gandalf type thing. You know, I hear people on Instagram tell me all the time, especially if my hair is down. No, you look like Gandalf. Maybe it's my looks. You're stereotyping against me because of the way I look. I'm actually a lot more rational than you might think. I don't wear a tinfoil hat. I know a lot of people that do, but anyhow, just kind of being silly now. But yeah, look for practical, look for common sense. Common sense solves most things in life. Calories in, calories out. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You can follow whoever you want to follow, but I think if you really paid attention and if you really knew how many calories your body needed, you would find this to be true for yourself as well. So anyhow, just my 2 cents worth on it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.